let's start off then with the Arsenal result, I guess. There was no 12:30s today. Arsenal travelled to Burnley, hoping again to stretch their lead at the top by a little bit more. It's just a very convincing victory. The work was done in the first half, and I think the thing about Arsenal at the minute is they go 1 goal or 2 goal ahead,
and that's it.
And they don't have to really exert themselves. There's not much to kind of have to defend. It was very simple for them in the end.
Yeah, they're only in first gear. It looks like, and I say to Arsenal fans, I said this to Christian last time I seen him, so I say it out loud as well. It's theirs to win. They have to win it now. I don't want to hear theirs to lose. Sorry, I don't want to hear no excuses about we haven't got this player, we haven't got that player. You said you needed a striker, you got Gyökeres. You said you needed cover for Saka, you got Madueke. You know, you said you needed midfield cover, Zubimendi. I could go on and on and on. Eze.
Yeah.
It's now yours to lose, like you said there. So, Arsenal fans, enjoy it. If they slip up, I think it could be the worst slip up of all time.
I think from this stage, you'd say that Arsenal are obviously in the driving seat, and when you look at the table, it definitely reflects that. Currently 25 points, 5 wins in a row in the Prem. Bournemouth in second place on 18 points. But Nick, when you look at Arsenal squad, the depth that they've got, even they are suffering with some injuries, but they still seem to be finding a way in these games. I mean, that is a tricky place to go, as Liverpool saw when Liverpool went there a few weeks back. But Victor Gyökeres gets a goal. Declan Rice scores a great header. Gyökeres does come off at half-time, though, with a muscle injury.
Yeah, potential injury,
I mean, listen, Burnley hit the post in the final seconds of the game, but it's a 7th clean sheet in a row, boys.
Wow. I mean, albeit it is against Burnley, but again, you have to beat who's in front of you. So
yeah, it's scary that because with Arsenal right now, it's like they go into games and you're already kind of thinking, right, they've already got a chance because if they get a corner, that's already a very good chance for them to score a goal.
Set piece FC.
It's set piece FC, and you know what? I laugh at it, and I do think it's boring. And they might just be one of the most boring champions we ever see, but it doesn't matter.
Listen, everyone's followed suit. We've even got a set piece coach. Everyone's got a set piece coach. Liverpool got a set piece coach.
That's where football's going.
Coach.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, exactly.
But it wasn't for long throws. It was more like the percentages of, how often you can get the ball on the floor straight away. But listen,
doesn't matter.
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
It's very, very.
So
good
it's fine margins, isn't it?
Fine margins.
Yeah. So
and also, I can't really take away from their defensive record. Cool, you can call them boring for only scoring a set piece, etc. But what they're doing defensively, like that Chelsea record, is looking threatening.
Do we really think they can stretch that across the whole season and concede less than 15? Because for many years, I mean, that record's a 20-year-old record. I mean, I don't think we've ever had a season where actually we're asking these questions at the start of November, where we're going, actually, they might actually do it. They could concede less than 15 goals, and if they do that, of course you're going to win the league. Yeah.
Well, if you think they've conceded 3 in 10, so on average, in 30 games that'll be what, like 9.
12.
9, and then add an 8 on top. Yeah, 12. Like that's the average. I'm not saying it's going to stay at that level.
Yeah.
There could go a really tough game against Man City where he scored 2 on the bounce. Who knows?
Yeah.
But our point is, if you've gone 3 in 10 games, you've got a very good chance of beating it. And Arsenal fans will be insufferable if they get that.
Oh god, I can only imagine. I mean, I think it's the games like today and the mid-table teams. Those are the games where they can slip up. But so far, so good for them, right? So I think when they play against the big teams, the Man Cities, it's always going to be hyped up on all these different platforms. So it usually ends up like as a 1-1 draw. But it's the potential banana skins against a Burnley that they've kind of slipped up upon in the past. But so far, so good. So it could be Arsenal's year. You never know.
I think it's looking like that way, isn't it? There was a bit of a sour ending to the game for Gyökeres, who actually had a very good first half, and from what I saw, a lot of Arsenal fans were saying that was his best 45 minutes in an Arsenal shirt so far. He obviously scored the first goal 14 minutes in, but subbed off at half-time. Arteta said in the first half he was one of the best he's ever played for us. He felt something muscular, so we have to wait to learn the extent of that. And Zubimendi was also withdrawn on 77 minutes and seen shaking his head.
Wow.
He asked to be sub, so we'll have to wait and see. And Arsenal do go to, is it Slavia Prague on Tuesday, Jack? So again, that's a big Champions League game for them. But a muscular injury, knowing that obviously Jesus and Havertz are nearing a return, but they're not here yet. How big a loss could that be? I mean, or how many weeks, if we were guessing, how many weeks do you think he could be out?
Muscular ones are so
it's hard to judge, right? Yeah.
Because if it's a bad hamstring one or a groin one, they're ones with, especially the kind of player that he is, quite powerful.
Yeah.
They're not ones that you really want to risk. It's a weird one because I've had a fair few bit of critique for Gyökeres, because I just think at times he can look a bit clunky and his touch is a bit poor at times. But today he actually looked tidier than I've ever probably seen him. So it is going to be a miss because, like you say, no Havertz, no Jesus, so who fills in? And even
Marino?
Yeah, that's probably what it will be. He's done it before. He scored a few goals there as well, didn't he? So
this is the thing, though. Arsenal fans don't need to worry as much because they've got strength in depth. Like even when they played us, I was like, oh my god, look at their bench. Their bench could be a second 11. Yeah, so I don't think they need to be too hasty with worrying like who's going to replace him, because look who comes off the bench to replace the likes of Gyökeres and all the rest of it now. So.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Zubimendi's, as you said, Zubimendi went off as well, right?
77th minute, yeah.
He's also a big one for them. Of course, they've got cover there, all right, they've got cover, but he, in terms of pulling the strings in from those sort of deep areas and being able to take the ball from defence and move it into attack, he's really good at that, so that's a miss for them. But yeah, like you say, it's scary times for the rest of the league, man. It is scary times because, like you said earlier, they're 6 points ahead of Bournemouth?
Yeah.
And Bournemouth...
7.
What are they doing up there?
7. Bournemouth, I expect Bournemouth, I expect them to have a drop-off. Surely they can't continue.
Even Sunderland were up there.
I'm sure you've touched upon the great performance from one of the best midfielders in the league right now, Declan Rice. He's phenomenal.
Well,
we hadn't.
Oh, yeah, he was phenomenal. He was phenomenal.
I think we're pretty used to it, to be fair. He's consistently very good.
That's the beautiful thing about it is he's never really had a poor game for us. You know, he's always putting in 8 out of 10s, but today you saw the levels of him in terms of him driving forward. He can play in multiple positions, a 6 and an 8, and he's still managing to support the team. Even in the last moments, there was a moment when Burnley broke away. All the Arsenal players streamed back to defend, and he was the one who obviously won the header. But I just thought he just led by example.
Header.
Yeah, he just led by example.
It's a Trossard
fantastic. Cross. But the ball before that, to break on from Gyökeres.
Did he mean that though?
Gyökeres.
Did he mean that?
Did Sesko do that against Nottingham Forest?
Oh, here we go.
How's Sesko getting on? How's Sesko getting on?
What's funny about this? Did I not just give Gyökeres credit?
Exactly.
Did I not just give him credit?
Also, can I just question what you just said earlier? You said the best midfielder in the Premier League. Is that what you just said?
100%.
You're not coming across Sandro Tonali at all.
Tonali.
Did I stutter? Like,
well, because Paul Scholes mentioned him now, you lot of
Paul Scholes the Great, yeah.
Because Paul Scholes mentioned him now, you think
not just because of that, because Sandro Tonali, like.
Do you know what?
What about Tonali?
They're getting stuck. Like, flying high tackles in the first 5 minutes of the show.
He's a good player, but he's not on Declan Rice's level.
Really?
He's not on Declan Rice's
level. He's crazy.
100%.
Italy international.
He did mean it.
No, he didn't.
I know he's international.
Watch it again. You can clearly see that he's trying to play in Eze, and he's massively missing.
No, he hasn't. Look at these lot.
He's trying to play Eze.
They're upset. He didn't even mean it. Well, when Walter Mada does it, does he mean it? Yeah.
Walter Messi, get it right. Walter Messi, come on.
The 6 foot giant. Where did he mean it? When he does his little flicks, when he does his little chorus.